Welcome to Time to Win podcast. It's not just a podcast. It's the official personal growth locker room of life where champions just like you gather to cultivate their courage, create a life-changing game plan of success, and celebrate their wins. I'm RJ Jackson, your personal growth coach and host, and I'm committed to seeing you win. As a professional speaker and growth coach for over 3 decades, I've worked with and inspired thousands to grow their greatness and transform their setbacks into a comeback. And now it's your turn. It's time to win. So if you're ready, grab something to take notes with. We're about to dive in. Let's go fight win. Do you ever find yourself constantly multitasking, exhausted, and overwhelmed? Are you the type of person that must schedule everything like weeks in advance? When you run into your friends at the store, they give you a call and they say, "Hey, how are you? How's life?" Do you find yourself responding, "Girl, I'm just busy. I'm so busy, I don't know what to do"? If you said yes to any of my questions, today's episode is the permission you've been looking for to help you stop going 100 miles an hour to a dead end of burnout. Hey, VIP champion, thanks for tuning in. If this is your first time joining us, we want to say welcome to the locker room of life. At the end of today's episode, be sure to head over to timetowinpodcast.com and claim your VIP listener's badge. Now, if you're a regular, I want to say welcome back. It's always good to see your face in the space. And remember, it's important to listen to the end because we're calling out a name today. And it just might be your name, my friend. So be sure to listen to the end. And you have 24 hours to claim your prize. VIP coaching session with me, your personal growth coach, RJ Jackson. So if I call your name, you got 24 hours. Now, just before we dive in, let me take a moment to say thank you to our sponsors for today, JT Sands and Associates Consulting Firm. At JT Sands, they believe that a life lived right is a legacy left. Head over to jtsands.com where they're waiting to provide you and your family with the life skills you deserve to create world-class relationships. That's JT Sands and Associates Consulting Firm at jtsands.com. Busy. Whew. What is busy? It's a life that keeps us going around in circles, spinning our wheels and not accomplishing anything. Busy, causing our head to spin and keeping us in a state of dizzy. And the worst part about it, in this culture in which we live, busyness is often celebrated because we believe in high achieving and fast paced. Let's go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. We work, we take care of our family, we run a side hustle, we do our best to volunteer. The sad part, it's all at the same time. We don't have a priority. We just have our mind set on getting it done. I'm just curious, what do you think they mean when they say stop and smell the roses? I mean, not only are we unable to stop, we don't even see any roses. So unfortunately, we just refuse to stop. We just feel like I gotta keep going. So we're eating our oatmeal in the morning, putting on our makeup, listening to a podcast such as this, and then scrolling through social media all at the same time. Let me help you out before you crash. Because the truth of the matter is, we don't just crash. We crash and we burn. And not only are we not good to others, we're not good to ourselves. Here's the deal for today. Give me 10 minutes of your time, and I'll give you the keys to go from being busy to productive so that you can take back your life. Sounds like a deal? Awesome. Here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to share with you 3 must-have mindfulness practices. And I want to encourage you to take notes, write them down, and then at the end, we'll talk about how important it is to take massive action so that change can occur. Are you ready? Let's go. First, let's talk about mindfulness. It's probably a phrase, no doubt, you've heard of, and you're like, well, what is that? And I'm glad you asked. Great question. What is mindfulness? Mindfulness is a practice of purposefully focusing your attention on the present moment. It's like being where you are. It's accepting where you are without judgment. Mindfulness is being in the now. It's being in the now. And you know what? They're really looking into mindfulness, and what they're finding is that it's really the key element to reducing stress and increasing overall happiness. Mindfulness could be a form of prayer or meditation. It helps you shift your thoughts away from your usual preoccupied mindset to a mindset of appreciation of the moment and a larger perspective of life. In other words, you're focused on the big picture of life and not narrowing in on the problems of life. And you get to do that by enjoying where you are, appreciating the moment in which you are in. Mindfulness improves your mental health, and they found that it's really helping with problems such as depression, eating disorders, conflicts in your relationships, anxiety, and substance abuse. So, how does mindfulness work? Another great question, and I'm so happy that you asked. Some experts believe that mindfulness works in part by helping people to accept their experiences, including those painful, hard to get over experiences and emotions. And when we accept them rather than reacting to them, then we allow the practice of mindfulness to take place. So now that we have a general understanding of mindfulness, let me share with you 3 winning strategies on mindfulness practice that you can literally apply starting right now. It's not really difficult. It does require that you let go. Like, you gotta let go of what's gonna happen tomorrow, what happened yesterday. You gotta be willing to embrace right now, in the moment. Okay, are you ready? I hope you have your pen ready so that you can take notes, so that after today's broadcast, you can be sure to pick one and practice it. All right, let's dive in. Here are 3 must-have mindful practices in order to go from being weary to winning. Number 1, observe your surroundings. When you're out and about, just be aware of where you are. So many times we're walking, we're on the phone, we are looking down, we're not paying attention to who's around us, what's around us. Sometimes we're just like on autopilot. Mindfulness is really being aware of your surroundings. So I want you to try this today. Like, focus on the people who are walking by. Notice the roses that are waiting for you to smell them. Feel the wind blowing through your hair. Feel the sun beating on your face. Observe the traffic, the cars going by. Be aware of your surroundings. Take note of what's around you. Pay attention to the here and now. And I know, perhaps you're thinking, like, why do I want to see what's going on with the people around me? I understand that. If you're too busy to care about other people, I understand that. If you feel you're too busy to stop and smell the roses, I understand that. If you lack appreciation for the sun, but if you appreciate the sun, if you understand we're created for connection, and if you realize that those roses and the flowers bring you life, then yeah, you want to observe your surroundings. So if you're having trouble understanding how important it is to focus on other people around you, smell the flowers, feel the sun on your face, listen to the traffic, observe the noise around you, then my friend, I have to tell you, you're too busy. And today is a good day to go from weary to winning. Today is a good day to slow down so that you can go from being weary, worn out, emotionally exhausted, feeling alone and afraid, running around, spinning your wheels, but going nowhere, restless and yearning for something better in life. You don't have to live like that, my friend. You were born to win. Winners appreciate the moment that they're in. All right, I only asked for 10 minutes of your time. Let me move on to number 2, and it is practice active listening. Not talking, listening. Most of the time when we listen, we listen to speak, to say what we're going to say. We're already in our head with a conversation. We already have the answers for the person. We already have our comment and our commentary. But there is so much power and freedom in listening. When we practice mindfulness, we refuse to tune out while the person is talking. We wait until they finish their thought and we share our opinion. We listen to learn, not to speak. The next time you have a conversation, try active listening. Try being fully present for the person who's talking. Hear them out all the way. And instead of immediately responding with your reaction, give them feedback on what they said. And that sounds like, oh, so what I hear you saying is, so repeat back to them what they've said and then let them respond before you give your opinion. Oh, yes, your opinion is important, but active listening is more important, especially if you're looking for the key to go from weary to winning. With active listening, you want to make sure you're listening with your ears, your heart, and your soul. I like to put it like this. Listen to understand, not be understood. No longer being busy, but being productive, getting things done. Because we can definitely get it done when we understand what's expected of us. And thinking of what's expected of us, how about you decide today to stop expecting so much from yourself? Lighten up on yourself. You're good enough, just as you are. All right, here's number 3. Another time to focus on the present moment is when we're eating. Most of the time, especially here in America, we are fast food eaters and we're eating our food fast. We're standing up, we're barely sitting, we're not chewing our food and enjoying the moment of eating the food. We are typically thinking about what is next. Most of the time, we aren't even paying attention to the food we eat because we're eating at our desk, we're watching a YouTube video, we're reading while we're eating, we're doing something versus just eating. I noticed with me when I decided to have a space in my house for just eating, not in my home office or not in front of the computer, that I was more aware of the flavoring in the food. I took my time to eat and I enjoyed eating and I was full versus feeling like I'm still hungry. Do you know that research has shown that when we eat with more mindfulness, we digest our food better? And that helps us get more vitamins and minerals, which aids in our overall digestive health. All right, so I've given you 3 practices that you can literally start today with no special equipment required. Observe your surroundings, practice active listening, and enjoy mindful eating. So my question to you is, which one will you pick to start with? Because you know what we believe here on Time to Win podcast. We don't believe in just encouraging and inspiring. We believe in admitting where we are, making an adjustment to get to where we want to go, and taking massive action to get there. So where are you today, my friend, in your world of busyness? Are you too busy to observe your surrounding? Are you so busy that you don't have time to listen, that you want to give a quick answer and keep it moving? Or are you sitting at your desk eating, standing up at the table eating, or eating while you're cooking because you don't want to sit down to eat because you're so busy? If that's you, my friend, today is the day that you decide to take the steps to go from being weary to winning by implementing just one of our mindfulness strategies for today. And implement it for at least 7 days. Take a challenge for 7 days and say, you know what? I'm going to make sure when someone's talking that I am paying attention, that I'm focusing on what they're saying, and I'm providing them with my full attention by active listening and not being so quick to respond. Instead, I'm going to repeat back what they said in a summary and then ask them if I got it right, and let them respond before I just shoot off the answer of what I'm thinking. Yeah, I believe in you, my friend. I know you can do it. I know you can. And I also know you will find so much pleasure in doing so. Pick one today and watch your life begin to change. All right, my friend, we are really at the end, and I don't want to delay and hold you any longer today, but I do want to take time to say thank you for gracing us with your awesomeness. It's such a pleasure to have you join us today. Now, we're not going to be spinning the wheel today, but we are going to be calling a name. So hold tight and let's see who our VIP listener is for today. All right. We're looking for Diana Parker. Diana Parker, you're our VIP listener for today. You have 24 hours to claim your prize. In order to do so, simply go to timetowinpodcast.com. That's timetowinpodcast.com. Scroll all the way down and click on your name. You're a winner, Diana, and we're honored that you grace us with your awesomeness. All right, everyone, that just brings us to the end. And once again, we want to say thank you all so much for joining us. This is, believe it or not, our last episode of 2022, and it's been a pleasure to serve you. We look forward to serving you even more in 2023. We love to hear from you, so be sure to let us know what topics you would like for us to speak on and address in 2023. And if you're interested in being our guest, we'd love to hear from you too. Again, just simply go to timetowinpodcast.com. That's timetowinpodcast.com. We'd love to hear from you. Happy New Year, my friend, and thanks again for being the best part of Time to Win podcast. Bye for now. Thank you for listening to Time to Win. I recognize that you appreciate the value provided in today's episode, and for your gratitude, I'm giving you a Time to Win VIP listener badge. So head on over to timetowinpodcast.com. That's timetowinpodcast.com and claim your badge and gain immediate VIP access to more of our next level resources and opportunities, including details on the huddle, a table for 10, the Cure Circle, and the Cure Retreat. Because you've enjoyed today's session, you can also express your gratitude by rating, reviewing, and returning next week with a friend. Oh, by the way, be sure to screenshot today's episode and share it in your Instagram and Facebook story or on your favorite social media platform. We'll look forward to seeing you again next week in the locker room of life here on Time to Win. And remember, the best time to win is now.
Shine bright like a diamond.